Sup guys, Sneaky Cock Goblin back with another video on the same day. I'll post this probably tomorrow, Tuesday. Happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh, guys. Holy smokes. Look at this. Look at this. 4 stars separated 4 places and demotion. These guys needed one more star. No, they would have lost on damage. But 1 star, 2 stars divided us between getting demoted. Absolutely crazy. So crazy. But it's kind of cool that we maintained champs 2. Now, looking at damage and stuff, it's like the guys that got second, like, they had less damage than, even the guys that lost. So it's like they just kind of snuck it in when they needed to. And they, it just was kind of a slug match. We should have beaten them as well, and easily been there up in 3rd. But we didn't get it done. We had 1 star and a bunch of fails. I'll give out bonuses and then go through some of the replays. 2 guys went perfect. Noah, wonderful from him. My second base was very close to going perfect. Joe, Caleb, and 0. Well done. So, yeah, thank you for those that participated. We're close, right? Like, obviously, I had one of my worst performances that I've had in CWL. Which is unfortunate. I don't think that I had many 3 stars. So, 2-star, day 5, 2-star again. Yeah, I need to find a new strategy. I've tried. There you go. There's one. I have tried, Super Yeti. I tried a different type of dragon strategy, and I suck. There's no other way to put it. I just suck. I'm not committing that much to the game, and unfortunately, that's kind of costing me at times, which is unfortunate. Actually, I'm just gonna do some attacks, just loot casually, because we're doing that mini spotlight event, which, I kind of like in the sense that I don't know how I qualify for this, but I'm just trying to get 1 star and then move on. But basically, the mini spotlight event is good right now because I need loot really badly. So essentially, I just go around the other parts of the base and try to just get 1 star and move from there. But pretty intense CWL. Pretty crazy how things could come down to that and be that close. It just is pretty wild. So, okay, so you just get ice cubes. Okay. But it's nice because the rewards are pretty good and the clan castle troops, okay, that's pretty solid. Yeah, so I'm trying to max out my temporary defenses because they extended the timeline, which I find honestly kind of funny, right? Like, you extended the timeline of this because why? Mainly because it's too soon to some people. The upgrades don't take that long. They're just extremely annoying, right? Like, no one wants to do these upgrades. I still think it's all this temporary stuff is not something that, like, a lot, especially when it first goes away, people are going to be like, oh my God, now I got to level this all the way back up. Like, I think that kind of fatigue is going to impact a lot of the player base, and they're not going to like it. I already don't like the fact that, my strategic rushing base is catching up really quickly to my my main base solely because Obviously, I don't have to worry about supercharging in my strategic rushing base because it doesn't benefit me as far as time and everything like that. So I'm not focused on upgrading anything. One, because I've ran out of upgrades. Have I used my... No. Because I've ran out of upgrades. The only thing I have left is temporary upgrades. And I have ran out of upgrades on my strategic rushing base where it really comes down to just heroes. And then heroes and... Why am I blanking on this? Heroes and walls, essentially. And, the wall thing is whatever because everyone uses root riders, so who cares? That was a very common attack I saw. Nothing has changed. That's the other thing with this. It's tough. Like, I considered if we got demoted to be like, okay, maybe it's time to take a break and stuff, got life and all this stuff on my plate. But, I'm glad we were able to make it through. I want to see how these new leagues are. I think that they definitely do have a lot of potential, but ooh, that's nice. But I don't know how good it's going to be, right? Like I don't know if it's actually going to be good, if it's going to be mediocre. I don't know. I think it is a well-requested change. I think it definitely is going to benefit a lot of the player base to have this kind of change. Legends all of a sudden gets a rework for once, a well-needed and well-wanted rework. And so I got to give it a chance. I got to see if it's like the gameplay enhances or there's an incentive to really see how good you are at this game rather than more of luck and, luck of the draw in the sense that, you get 320 back and forth on defense and offense. And no one really truly is able to see how good they are because it's subjective. It's subjective based off of, how lucky they get in defenses or someone disconnects while they're attacking. And obviously the true really good players get really high in trophies, but still even for them, I think they'd argue that like it's not the most fair. They would prefer a different method. Together. So, yeah, I think that'll be a good focus, a well-needed item, and I look forward to it. I am going to embrace it. I definitely am excited for it. I'm hoping that they do a good job with it. I think the game needs it because right now it's just the meta is all the same. Nobody uses different attacks. The last few times, I think, honestly, the epic equipment has lost its touch a little bit. And the reason I say that is I just think that, it's not the same in the sense that the epic equipment is not what it used to be. It's not epic. None of these pieces of equipment that have come out lately seem to be ones that, like, no one uses the heroic torch. People use the dark crown in specific situations. But, there are also epic equipments that, you get BD Legend, right? And you get convinced that, the lava loon puppet's the greatest freaking equipment since sliced bread. And the reality is it's so ass that, it's honestly kind of sad how ass it is. So that's where, you got to think like, okay, if this is how, and the problem is it's a dilemma, right? Because you don't really want a piece of equipment that's just like extremely good and outpaces everything else, because then people are going to be like, well, what the hell? Like, what was the point of getting the gauntlet? Now it's one of the worst pieces of equipment, and they'll eventually do that. Like, mark my words, they're going to make it so there's going to be equipment that is much better than the gauntlet. I would think that, what comes after epic legendary. So they're going to probably introduce legendary equipment down the road. It's definitely going to be something that either requires a different type of ore or just going to be similar to that type of ore in general. And, that's how they're going to expand the game, and they're going to justify these higher levels. Well, mark my words. That's just my prediction, but I think it's a pretty good one. So, anyways, got some stuff done, upgrading some stuff, didn't get demoted. We're still in it. Looking forward to this next season. The next update comes out. Might try to push here. We'll see, and go from there. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know how your CWL went. CWL. And peace.